live. Cannot go live. Why can't I go live now? Of course. Is it working on Instagram? Let's see. Nope. Okay. We might not do Instagram. We might just do everything else. Great. Live video. We'll give it one more shot.
Sure.
Normally Jordan handles all this, but she's actually leaving the show, sadly. So I'm trying to learn on the fly.
Oh, no.
But I didn't want to leave you hanging. Copy.
You're going to be a one-woman band now?
I know. I mean, it's funny. My mom loves reality TV, so she's going to help out with the recaps, but she actually does not know how to do anything tech either. So it's going to be interesting. Instagram. Create live. You'll need to click go live on it after you upload the Streamyard key. All right. It says we're live. So remove Instagram. Stream key, save, and go live. All right. That may have worked. It may not. There we go. Now it's working. Hello, Teck. Welcome to the LovePod.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you.
It is so nice to have you here. I was telling you before, I am such a big fan since, I mean, you're only 21 years old, so it hasn't been that long.
Yes, not that long.
The real world, the challenge, you don't look a day over 25.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Flatter me all you want.
Oh, yeah, all day. It is so nice to see you back on TV with the GOAT. This show is my new favorite show. I cannot get enough of it. What made you want to sign on?
I mean, they called me, I was chilling. Timing is everything. The time was right. Anytime that you can get back on a reality show right now, and do your thing, it's a privilege. So, I got the call. I was intrigued by what was going to happen. So, I said, yeah. I knew it was going to be a groundbreaking experience. So I wanted to, jump on board.
How much did you know about it before signing on?
I didn't know too much. I had heard rumblings because I think there were like a few shows that were going around. I think like there was I think Traders or something was going around at the same time. I think there were two shows that were going to start filming or whatever. So I was heard just rumblings of stuff that was going on, and I had no idea what was going to happen. So I was like, let me, just sign up for it. So I just jumped on board.
That's awesome. And did you know anybody else who was going to be on the show?
I didn't. I had no idea. I went into it blind. I had no idea who was going to be there. I mean, that's the thing. I like an adventure. There's nothing wrong with adventure.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's just go on this adventure.
Yeah. So have you seen House of Villains at all?
No, and I think that's another show. I think that was like maybe filming at the time. It might have been like Traders, House of Villains. Okay. So yeah. I didn't know what was, because they were like, again, there was some talking, some rumblings around the reality world about these shows that were filming, and like, did you get the call for this show and X, Y, and Z? So I think that was another show that was filming around the time that we were, but no, I haven't seen it yet, but go ahead.
So they're very similar in that there's, this like all-star lineup of reality show stars. They're all villain edits, and they compete in these ridiculous challenges. Joel McHale hosts that one. And so when I saw that they were kind of similar formats, I was like, yeah, we'll see. But it is so funny. The challenges are, they're equally ridiculous, but it seems like there's just a little bit more effort put into the ones on the GOAT because of the themes and the outfits and everything. It's also a very good show, but this is, I can't believe everybody's not talking about it yet. But the people that have a lot of questions for you.
All right. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm alive.
All right.
Let's do it.
I always like to lead off with a compliment, and you got quite a few, but we'll start with this one. Your confessionals in all of the shows you've been on are hilarious and always keep JJ laughing. So I wanted to send the shout out to you from JJ on Facebook.
Thank you, JJ. Thank you, JJ from Facebook. I appreciate it. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you.
And then
Next comes the hard hitting question.
oh yeah. Yeah, don't worry. I didn't, there's nothing terrible sometimes because we do get questions from Reddit that can get a little dicey, but we're doing okay so far. I haven't seen anything too crazy.
I'm down.
Along the same lines of confessionals, Baby Shark Madness from Reddit wants to know if you prepare ahead of time for them. Is there anyone that you find particularly memorable?
No, I don't prepare anything. I just go in there and then I just talk. Yeah, I think I'm a good talker. Nothing. No. I don't know. I just have so many, one-liners that I try to sneak in there. There's not one that sticks out more than the other. I'm just happy that they let me get my jokes in. I don't prepare anything. Like I said, I just go in and do my thing. Hopefully, I have one or two good ones here today.
We'll see. I
Maybe,
mean,
yeah, we'll say, yeah, Baby Shark
no
Madness.
pressure, but we
So,
talked a little bit about the cast. So I know you didn't know any going in, but were you surprised by any of the cast that were on the show?
no, I think they did a great job of casting. There were people from all over the reality realm, and it was a nice mix of people because the people that I didn't know when they found out who I was on the show with, they were like, "Oh, you on the show with this person, that person." I'm like, "Yeah." So I think for because like I tell people all the time, I say this all the time, like the only reality show I watch is the first 48. You know what I mean? Like I'm like that's my number one reality show right there. Like I ain't gonna lie. you know so if you ain't on the first 48, I don't really know, if you ain't an officer on there or nothing like that. And I do watch Top Chef. I do watch Top Chef.
Oh, I
So long
love
story,
Top Chef.
yeah, I watch Top Chef as well. So I watch. Well, here's my let me just say this, let me and it's gonna get I'm
Okay.
gonna
Yeah.
turn it around. The reality shows I watch are the first 48. I watch Top Chef. I watch Naked and Afraid, and like Naked and Afraid XL. So I think, if you ain't been on one of those, what I'm saying, I really don't, keep up. So when came into the house, I didn't know too many people, but I got to know everybody. And it was cool. And I think, like I said, I think Cassie did a great job. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I thought it was funny. Like, so you say the first 48, which I didn't consider a reality show, but I would always think like, oh man, I wouldn't want to go on like Fear Factor or The Challenge because those are brutal. And I'm like, well, at least you have a chance of surviving. If you're on the first
Yeah,
48, it's done.
yeah, it's done. Yeah, unless you're the officer, you.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a
Unless you're the
detective.
officer, yeah, the detective, yeah. But no,
All right.
I didn't know anybody, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Did you recognize anybody?
Oh yeah. Like Jill, I recognized Jill.
Mhm.
It was cool to see her. I was like, oh, see, once I saw Jill, I knew it was gonna be real. I was like, oh, I see Jill. This is real. It's like, okay, she's legit. She's legit AF.
She
So
is.
yeah, the rest of us we might be playing, but she's legit AF. So I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a legit show right here.
Oh, no, it was so interesting because I watch a lot of Netflix reality, and then I watched Real Housewives of New York, like, in the very beginning, but I haven't seen the Bravo shows. I haven't seen, like, a lot of the cooking shows other than Top Chef, so I didn't know Jason, I didn't know Reza,
I
Kristen, and having no background on them going in is so interesting because I've watched you throughout your reality TV career
Thank
and
you.
you don't know what to expect from these other people. And it's pretty cutthroat. Did you expect that much competition and backstabbing?
And let me just say this: I had seen Reza before on like Shahs of Sunset, just like
Uh-huh.
the commercials. I had seen Reza before, but I didn't necessarily know who he was. But I mean, anytime you put money in front of people, like put $2 in front of someone and tell them it's a competition for it, people are going to go crazy. Seriously, and you put $200,000 in front of people, it's going to get as cutthroat as it can. So yeah, once you put the money in front of us, yeah, I expected the games to begin for sure. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
It's even more cutthroat in some ways than the challenge. I mean, I don't know if it's messier because the alliances are changing so frequently, but there's a lot of strategizing that we see going on anyway that we don't see as much of on All Stars or
Yeah, because it's different types of people,
yeah.
these are different personalities. It's more of a sports mind. I think I'd say the challenge has more of a sports mindset, as
Yeah.
has a little sports element to it. This is just let me make sure I get this money and take it home so I get a new Birkin type of, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, I need a new Birkin, or I need some new heels, it's just like this is this type of deal. It's a different type of mindset or different type of mindset.
You mean we're not going to see Jill Zaring mountain climbing on the next season of the challenge?
No, that's not going to happen. But she might have to climb a mountain of, a mud hill. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? For this one, she might not have to climb a mountain, but she might have to climb a molehill. You know what I mean? So
I did hear a little bird mentioned that you were hoping to get more time with Tasha on the show. Have you chatted with her since?
oh yeah, that's my work wife. That's my work wife. You know what I mean? I was, that was my work wife right there. You know what I mean? So, we keep up. I mean, I seen her. I saw her at the pressure we had. I
Oh
saw her at the
yeah,
party. Yeah, so it's good to spend time with. But she has a lot of suitors. You know what I mean? So she could just go.
she does.
Yeah, yeah,
Popular
yeah.
lady.
She is. She is. She's pretty and she's funny and she's cool. She's nice. But yeah, that was definitely my work wife. Yeah, I missed her.
Oh, well, I hope you guys get to stay in touch soon. We will get to the next fan question, which is more drama. Now, you've hinted at a little bit of it, but are there things that we didn't see? Are there things that you wish would have aired?
Uh, I
Uh-oh, spoiler alert.
no, 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 no. Spoiler alert. I've been on vacation. I haven't even watched. They gave us um
The screeners.
yeah. Thank you. That's what I was trying
Yeah.
to say. The screeners, and like I had on in the background, but I'm like I didn't want to watch it because I wanted to watch it in the comfort of my house and stuff. So I only watched one. I'm not gonna lie to you. Only watched the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
That's
that's
okay.
that's the spoiler alert. like
The
I,
spoiler
I
alert is you have
I've
no
been
clue what's going on in this show.
on vacation. I'm going to sit down and watch them. I think tonight. Yeah, because everyone's watching but
You
me. Like
should.
I watched. I am. But like I was on like a retreat trying to make sure I just got my mind free for a second. But I'm
Yeah,
back in
you
the
got to
space now.
take that time off. Maybe
Yeah,
spend that 200K if you won. We don't know yet. It's funny.
you
We
don't
so
know.
I don't get the screeners. I am more of an ask forgiveness than permission type of person, and I'm afraid that
Uh,
if I start contacting the networks, then they're going to want me to follow rules that I don't want to play by. So
right.
I have no clue. I did see a hint of what your fate might be on the show, but I do not know what's happening either past the episode that's out today. Oh no, wait, it's today Thursday?
No,
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm
Tomorrow.
getting caught up. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know I don't know. I gotta check it out and so I can see what drama they put out on the show because there's a lot of drama. You got a lot of kings
Yes.
and queens and other, kings and queens and drag queens. Can I say that? It's still cool.
I don't you can, you did. I don't
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
I'm not
no,
offended, but
no, I'm not. So we had a lot of that energy on there. So definitely gonna be some drama. So
now Devon comes from the Davon, sorry, comes from the challenge universe too. Have you guys ever met beforehand or did
we
you know
had,
who she was?
we had never met. No, we had never met. I heard about her. I think I saw like maybe a post with her before or something like that. So how you go throughout this metaverse and you see things.
Yeah.
Like I think I've seen her name before. Yeah, but we had never met. No.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
she is probably the most cutthroat, I think, so far, unless we're not seeing something. I know Wendell is kind of the leader of your men's alliance right now, from what we've seen. But when I saw that she was going to be on that show, Tech, I was a little nervous for everybody because she is strategy queen.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You find out quick. But I knew that I had a feeling. I had a feeling. I could tell by her vibe. I could tell her by her energy when I came into the house. I was like, oh yeah, yeah. I need to see what she's about. You
Yeah.
know, either get on her good side or stay away. Because I can tell, I can tell she's a player, especially if you come from the challenge. Going into the
Uh-huh.
challenge, you have to understand that it's a game, and you got to go into it knowing like I'm ready to play as soon as I step into the house. So, I knew she had that mentality going into the house, and I could tell. So, yeah, I made
I
sure I was
think
on my
that's
p's and q's.
Oh, yeah, you gotta have eyes in the back of your head. There's just all sorts of
Yeah,
stuff going on in that house. You need spies, pay off some of the PAs to
yeah.
sneak and see what everybody's doing.
Yeah, we paid the PDAs to make sure the liquor stayed out. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what yeah.
Is that
Make sure
they don't
make sure the
wanna do that
liquor
anyway?
no, no, they because they didn't want us like before the interviews and stuff, they didn't want us to get too hammered or whatever. So they wanted to make sure like at least the interviews were halfway done or we were done with the interviews before they kind of like unlocked the liquor cabinet. But we're like, yo, put some of this away because some of us just wanted to knock the edge off. Like pretty much all of us just wanted to knock the edge off.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just make sure the PAs were. I don't want to say we paid them off, but we made sure they left a
You
few
treated
bottles
them
out
right.
for us. Yeah, we treated
Yep.
them real right. Yeah, exactly.
One of the things I noticed about the GOAT versus House of Villains, because Johnny Bananas was on House of Villains, and having that competitive background when you go onto a competition show, it seemed like the cast on House of Villains were kind of like struggling to jump into the fact that it's a competition. Whereas on the GOAT, everybody was very clear about it and knew what the game was. And we've mentioned the backstabbing and the voting out. I'll give a spoiler alert with like a 2-second window of who's already gone home. So, spoiler alert, our Netflix family has pretty much been eliminated at this point. Lauren's gone, Joey's gone, and then, of course, Tasha's gone. And then now we have Kristen in the last episode gone. So, of your remaining castmates, besides yourself, of course, who are you rooting for to win?
Um,
You're like, I know the outcome, but if you didn't,
right.
I know it's hard.
um,
Teck.
so like, here's the thing. My two main guys my two main guys are Wendell and Reza. Those are my two main guys.
Mhm.
And like I made a cool, real cool alliance with Pow Pow. And so
All
those are
right.
my
I
those are my
saw the
alliance.
press tour with you, Reza, and Kristen, and you and Reza were just laughing it up and having the best time. So I would have guessed that you would want Reza to win if from the outside looking in.
Yeah, those are my main people I like made a strong alliance with. So
Yeah,
those are people. Yeah,
fair enough. Without
yeah,
giving too much away. And I do want to say
yeah.
for those who are joining us on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, if you have a question, please feel free to submit it. We are going through them as fast as we can, and hopefully we'll get to some of the live ones as well. You can just drop it in the comments. I'm monitoring Instagram, and they pop up on StreamYard for us too. So our next question, with that being said, shifts on over back to the MTV universe. Which castmate from your former shows would you like to catch up with?
All of them. I wanted to do the reunion. I wanted to do the Hawaii reunion.
Yeah. Is
Yeah, man.
that gonna be a thing?
Nah, probably not. I don't think the show's around anymore. The show was like Homecoming or whatever, and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't believe that's around anymore. But man, I would love to see like Colin and Matt, and because I see Ruthie and Amaya, I see them the most. I would say I saw Justin. It's been a while now, but it just feels like recently. But it's really probably been at least probably I don't know 6, 7 years ago. It just
Oh,
feels like it was
wow.
yesterday. Yeah. And man, I love to see Kaya. I just love to see all of us to get together one time and just really like sit down and have a dinner. Maybe eat some poke or some sushi together.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
But
guys should have, like plan something where you all get together. I know everybody's scattered all across the country.
Yeah, across the world, really, because I don't know, they were talking to us about doing the reunion show, but we just couldn't get it together. I don't know if that'll ever happen. I think we're like, like the Beatles or something like that. Who doesn't tour anymore? I don't know, like the Jackson Five, or but Michael's dead, so that's not a good
That would
comparison
be,
either.
well, there's
Yeah.
holograms now, so maybe.
Yeah, maybe we can hologram one of the roommates in, but we just not the band just isn't gonna get back together. You know what I
Ugh.
mean? Yeah.
Well, we do trivia shows for charity online. And if you guys ever want to get together virtually, we do them for various charities, and we can get you guys together, put together a trivia battle. It could be a battle of your season or a battle of these seasons. And it's a lot of fun. We're doing one with Love is Blind in July, and then we're going to do the Circle next.
Nice. They were offering us like a lot of money, and I'm sure if they were going to get together to do some money, I know that they could get together to give any money. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they're
I
going
know.
I feel you. I appreciate it. Yeah,
It's okay. I get it. I get it. Some
like
people have the time and some don't.
Yeah, they're gonna give us some money. They said no. I don't think they're gonna like give their time for some
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a shocker to me when I started reaching out to cast members, and it was like, what's the appearance fee? And I was like, a puppy? We're fundraising for charity. I don't know.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Now, which Real World or Road Rules alum do you think would be great on a crossover reality show like The GOAT that hasn't been on one yet?
You know what? You got to get like Beth on something like
Traders.
Traders, yeah, like a Traders or the other one, something like that. I think Beth would be good on something like that. I think definitely. I've been around her enough to know that she's enough. She has enough niceness, enough craziness, enough cunningness. She has all the particulars that you need to be on the show like that. The particular skills you need to be on the show like that. Beth would be, Beth would be on a good on the show like that for sure.
I haven't gotten to meet her yet, but I will say, listening to her podcast and like seeing her social posts compared to how she is on TV, it always surprises me when people have these kind of villain edits or appear to be the bad guy on the show. Because in my experience so far, everybody we've talked to that either gets a bad edit or, doesn't make the best decisions on TV is the nicest person and like so great. And they're really, you guys have been on TV a long time. Like Beth really seems to be playing Beth when she goes on the show versus when she's home and is like a more chill, friendly person. Because I guess she's abrasive on the show, but I would love to see her on House of Villains. I think that would be totally her speed.
Yeah, it would be. She kill something like that. It's just funny. I think sometimes I don't know if it's an edit, but sometimes you can just lean into that part of your personality. We all have these parts of our personalities, and
sure,
and being on a reality show really enhances that part of your personality. Sometimes, it depends on what you want to show the world, and sometimes I think that it's beneficial to show that part of your personality to the world. You know what I mean? It could be beneficial for you. Everybody shouldn't be the same person. You don't want to watch the same person when you watch these shows. And
yeah.
I have a fun side. Like I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty tame, but sometimes I want to get on there and have a good time. So like you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna say I lean into it, but I lean into it. You know what I mean? And I don't even like really like lean into it like go overboard, but like, yo, if you want to have fun, let me be the guy to do it. You know what I mean? If you want to have some shit started, I think some people let me be the one to start the shit. So can I cuss on here?
You can say whatever you want. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So I just said all that to say, I think sometimes the edits are called for, if that makes sense. I don't think everybody has a bad edit. I think some edits are just called for. I think some edits just make sense.
Yeah. You make a good point about that. It's not that isn't that person's personality. It's just maybe it's coming a little bit more to light. I mean, when we saw like Bananas on the challenge stealing money from Sarah, and then on his season of House of Villains, he to me at least, and to a lot of people, like gave up the title to Tanisha of supervillain and really like paved the way for her to win. It was two different, it was like two different bananas. And
Yeah.
you see that with a lot of them too. It made the villains so much more likable to me to see them on House of Villains than you have like Love is Blind, where they were in a relationship that kind of tanked, and then they're just themselves on the show. They're not responsible for a part of a partnership. So I really like that, and I would like to see Beth on there.
Yeah.
And you can't do House of Villains because you're not really painted as like a villain, but maybe Traitors. I mean, we'll see you again, I'm sure.
Somewhere, I said this somewhere else. I said, I think, thank God that the phone's still ringing. You know what I mean? So, people ask me like, how do you get on these shows? I'm like, the phone rings. So
Yeah.
hopefully, hopefully the phone will ring for another one. I appreciate it.
Well, you stay busy, and we'll talk about that in a little bit because you have done so much in your acting career, your DJ career, production, directing, like you really do it all. But we have, again, these questions from the fans that keep popping up. So we'll stay in the challenge universe a little bit longer. And if you were to go back on, if there were a rival season, Susan L wants to know who you think your partner would be. You don't want to say, do you?
Now, does that mean that would be my rival or someone that I like?
It would be your rival. Like, who's your biggest rival that you would have to partner with?
Oh, I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know.
I said they could ask anything, so they definitely are today.
I don't know.
All right, why don't you think on that? We'll maybe get back to it.
I mean, I don't have a rival, but I mean, I'm sure that I would probably have to be partnered with Ayana again.
Okay.
So that probably would be like, that's why I said I don't really have a rival, but that's
right. I mean, it's not like you don't get along. It's just for the sake of the show, maybe big competition or somebody that you had a little bit of beef with previously. I mean, we saw Ride or Dies. Anissa and Jordan were paired together. Now, they're certainly not Ride or Dies. Jordan was engaged to Tori, and Tori and Anissa are Ride or Dies.
Right.
So, there's definitely a stretch there.
Yeah, probably that's the only one I can think of. But
okay,
because no one else. I really have. I don't really have any beef with anybody. I haven't done enough to like have a history of beefs or battles with anybody. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So
yeah, you're more laid back. You're not one of the ones provoking drama in the house. You're like the fun guy who streaks into the pool naked, and we all remember that from day one. Your debut.
Yeah. That's yeah. We all remember that. Yeah. But yeah, and then when I got into the game, I really want to make sure I have a grasp of what's going on. I do want to win. So I want to make sure like I don't go get in there and do anything stupid, say anything, because your mouth can get you in trouble. That's why you just kind of got to sit back sometimes and just watch. Because you can say the wrong thing to the wrong person, they're going to misinterpret it and spin it around. It's like that game of whisper game. Before it gets to the person, it's gonna, what I mean, it's gonna go through so many changes of what you really said. So I learned to keep my head down, my mouth shut, and just pay attention to what's going on. And that way I won't have to have too many rivals.
Is it similar in the Goat House to the Challenge House? Is there a lot of differences between those two living situation wise?
Yeah, because I feel like in the Goat House, we actually were able to have a real life. I know. So after we get done with our day with our production, we actually get our phones so we can like have some type of normalcy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we get back to our normalcy. In the Challenge House, you don't have that release, so everything is just game. As opposed to maybe having 12 hours of game talk and shop talk, you actually have like 24 hours if you're up, or however long you're up, of just game talk. So
Okay.
with the GOAT, you can talk game up until like maybe 12, 13 hours. And after that, you kind of shut it off, go do some normal stuff, you know what I mean? Get your mind right. And then once you
Sure.
wake up again, it's about the game. As like I said, as opposed to the challenge, it's all game talk, just all shop talk.
Yeah. Now that you've had this certain level of status, they give you back your phones. Once you're on the challenge, they're like, yeah, prove yourself. We'll see. And now you're like, I'm reality TV royalty. I got my phone.
Well, yeah, I mean that was cool. That was so cool about the GOAT. They did let us have our, you know what I mean, our phones. So I was like, yo, this is cool. You know what I mean? Like, because we don't need we don't like you don't miss it for the time you're actually on camera. You just do actually just want to make sure your house isn't on fire, or you just want
Yeah.
to make sure the little things are going right. You might just want to buy some concert tickets that you want to get today because you forgot to get them. Like, oh, I gotta get these tickets. So it's just like the little things that you need to get that you can't take care of when you don't have your phone or your devices. So I think that was cool that's the difference between the GOAT. They did let us have our devices for a little small time. So yeah.
That's good. I mean, yeah, you don't think about the little day-to-day things like, oh, I forgot to pay the water bill and now my
Right.
house has no water.
Right. I get back and I can't even wash my ass when I get back. You know what I mean? It's like, damn.
Please have a PA take care of it for you.
Like, man,
Okay.
I get home. Yeah.
Now, we know you go on these shows for money, and I told Reddit user Acceptable Care I would ask this, but I don't know if you want to get into it. Did you get that bag from All Stars? What ended up happening there?
Um, Unacceptable care. Like, no, I didn't get my money, man. They owe me some money.
Ooh. Would
Yeah.
you would you go on again knowing that's unresolved?
Oh no, that's why I haven't. No,
Okay.
hell no, no,
Okay.
no, no, no,
All
no,
right.
no, not at all.
What are they
No.
waiting for? The people want to make it happen.
I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. So hey, it's, nah, I'm not
It's
gonna
not
do it.
right.
It's cool. Not right.
We'll
It's not right. It's not right. It's not right.
we'll start a petition. We'll get it going.
You know. Eh, it's a few things. It's a few things with that though. So I don't know. I love and here's the thing. It was cool. Like I really enjoyed doing the show, but there are a few things that
Sure.
were going right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was enjoying it because it was fun. It was you coming back, you get my competitive juices flowing, but it's just some things that I was like, nah, this isn't it. So
Yeah.
it's not for me. It's not for me. Not at this time. It's not for me. Yeah, especially
Okay.
on some money. So nah, I can't do it.
Yeah. And you've got plenty of other opportunities. So it's
Yeah,
not like you need to be there. We just want to see you there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a want. It's a want. Definitely, yeah. It's a want. I would definitely want. I definitely want to be there. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
we need. But there's some things that need to be resolved. Let's say that.
Yes. That's fair enough. All right. Our next question comes from Andrew K on Facebook. How bad were the Carolina Reapers on All Stars?
Carolina Reapers were terrible. Shit. I mean, they were bad going in. They were bad going out. I mean,
Oh,
that's just real talk. Thank God they had the nurse there, the paramedic there. They gave me that. I was like, yo, I need this. What's it? The heartburn. The pill. I need
oh
that
yeah.
antiseptic. Yeah, so I got one of those antiseptic. Yeah, one of those pills that take.
Antacid.
Antacid. Thank you. Because antiseptic. That
Yeah.
sounds like that don't sound
Don't
right.
drink
Antacid
antiseptic.
pills.
I don't recommend
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, it was an acid pill, and so it didn't last that much longer because I took the pills. Like, yo, as soon as it got done, I was like, yo, I need a pill or two. So I got back to the house, and yeah, me in the toilet. Yeah, we had a nice friendly meeting.
A
Yeah,
reckoning.
yes. we had
You
a
and your own
we had
season
to
of final reckoning.
yeah we had to come to some terms to some terms. Me in that toilet,
All
man.
right. On that note, our last fan question for now, again, you can submit them in the comments, is what other reality show would you like to be a part of? Or if you were to create a reality show, what type would you make?
I like to go on Top Chef. I like to go on like Celebrity Top Chef if they ever had that. You know, I can't cook like that, but I mean, I could bake it. You know, I could. You know, and once they get to the quinoa, I might have to bow out. But until they get to the quinoa, you know, I'll be good. You know, you know.
Well, now you have Jason, so you should talk to him about like Great Baking Championship or
Listen,
something.
if I did get called, I would definitely hit up the chef. You know, Chef Jason. Because he can throw down in the kitchen. My man throws down like he's
Yes.
a black woman. You know what I mean? He got black woman fingers. You know, like oh, who's this in the kitchen? I thought a black woman that just came out the kitchen, like a southern black woman too. I was like, all right, chef, yeah, man.
He's got that
But
Kentucky style.
and it comes out. I'm telling you, chef was chefing it up. It was pretty good in there. Yeah. So
Oh yeah,
but
was
I would
he your
like.
main cook in at the
Oh yeah.
house?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Why would we ever have anybody else cook? We didn't even want them to bring any catering in. We just let chef. Hey, go ahead, chef, do your thing.
Give the poor man a break. He's already on one show. He's got to have double duty.
He wanted. I think that was part of his strategy. He was like, "Yo, let me feed these fools." You know what I mean?
That's smart.
Let me lull them with my food lullabies. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He had his food lullabies, and we were eating it all up, falling asleep, forgetting that forget about chef. Yeah, so, Chef knew what he was
He puts a
doing.
little too much tryptophan in the turkey, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden he goes back to default.
yeah.
All right, now we're going to play a little game. We have a choice of 4 for you. 3 of them are pretty common. One of them we made up just for fun. We have icebreakers, which are basically just awkward first date questions. We've pick a partner where we ask you to pick one of your fellow cast members you would do a strange situation with, like maybe compete in the Olympics, never have I ever, and would you rather. So pick a game.
Would you rather?
Would you rather? All right, let's
Yeah.
do it. Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
Um. Okay, so is this like permanent? Like I have this permanent,
I can't
or
give
it's
you the
like
parameters. I can only give you the
all right,
question. So all you know is you can see something that's going to impact you directly 10 minutes in, or what the world's going to look like 150 years into the future. Because you're not going to be around then. I mean, probably,
right,
unless we get robot bodies.
right. I don't want to see the 150. I don't want to see the 150 years. That's too heavy on the brain. That's too much stress
Fair
right
enough.
there. That's too much of a mushroom trip. You know what I mean? I'm cool. Just give me the
All
10
right.
minutes. Just give me the 10 minutes so that way I can, know like, maybe a lottery ticket number or something. I don't know. Just,
Yeah.
something I can maybe use to my advantage or something, but not 150 years. That's too much of a, I might not even like what the world looks like 150 years from now. I might
Right.
be like, like,
There might not
give
be
me 10
anything
minutes.
here. You might just be staring
It,
at empty space.
I might be
I
staring at
agree
empty
with you.
space, water just everywhere. Like, oh shit, I can't come back from
Shit.
that.
Well, I guess now I
Yeah.
know. All right. Would you rather have a pause or rewind button for your life?
Rewind. So I can just rewind. Hold on. So like, because people be saying some off the wall, like they didn't say something. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I know you said that, or like I know I said that. I would just want to have a rewind button just so I can like prove that I'm right or wrong.
I love
You
that's your
know?
reasoning.
Yeah. Like no, I know you said. Hold on. Like, see right there. See. You said right there, right there. What's the timestamp? Right there, you said it. So yeah, I want to have a
Now
rewind
I have
button.
the evidence.
That's right.
All
Yes,
right.
rewind button.
Would you rather ask your ex or a total stranger for a favor?
Um, I mean, an ex. I'm still lovable and likable. I don't leave too many. I don't leave too many situations. With the bridges burned down. The bridge is usually still extended. So if I ask an ex for a favor, I'm sure it's going to happen. You know.
You know, I
Definitely.
like to think I'm a likable person too, but not to everybody. And there's some people I just don't. I'd rather leave that bridge torched. So I would ask a
Damn.
stranger.
Damn. No, I'm asking an ex. No, no, no.
We don't all have the best taste looking back at our history. So I guess it depends which ex.
Touche. That makes sense. You're right. You're right. You're right. Some you want to leave those dead dogs lying where they lay. I got you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Would you rather have all of your messages and photos leaked publicly or never use a cell phone again?
I mean, I don't necessarily have anything like, I'm not, I'm not a member of the Ku Klux Klan, and I don't do anything, that's kind of like immoral or anything like that. I just got some, might be some freaky shit or some shit like, what I mean? But I
A little
mean,
bit spicy.
yeah, a little spicy, yeah, but nothing that's gonna get me, banned or, what's the word they say nowadays? Canceled.
Canceled.
Yeah, so I need the cell phone, Or wait,
Uh-oh.
wait. Here we go, right here. Loophole, loophole, loophole,
Oh
loophole.
boy. Yeah, that didn't work out well for you on the goat, but if you want to try it again, then by all means.
Loophole. I'll never use a cell phone again. I'll just have a house phone. Ha ha.
Oh. All right, so you can make calls, but no texts, no internet, no.
I have a computer.
You
See,
got your
it
landline.
says
You do have your
yes.
computer, that's
It
true.
says cell phone. See, loophole. So
And I'm sorry to
I'll
say you're disqualified from this game. No, I'm just kidding. We've got one more for you here. Never be able to keep anyone else's secrets, or would you rather have someone tell all of your secrets?
never be able to keep anyone else's secrets because I'm a good secret keeper. Yeah.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. My friends tell me everything because first of all, it's like I'm an Aquarius. And let me just say this: we're
Me
like everyone's
too.
friends. Okay, there you go. There's the What day's your
I got
birthday?
you. Oh,
Yes,
when's yours? On February 18th.
I'm January 26th. Happy Aquarius Day, whenever it
Happy
happens.
Aquarius. We're at either end, but I didn't mean to interrupt. I just get excited when I hear fellow Aquariuses.
No, no, it's all good. I guess that's why I said it. So people tell me
So,
everything, like,
fault.
because we're everyone's friends. So people tell me everything, and then I'm good at keep my mouth shut. But if I never have to keep another person's secret again, that's fine, just as long as mine are kept. Yeah,
All right, that's fair enough. I don't know if I'd want my secrets revealed. So I might have to let everybody else take one for the team there. I
right,
just
exactly, right.
I had seen an interview with you where you had said that Daniel Tosh is your personal goat. So what was it like meeting him?
Oh, it's cool. I like his person. I like his person. I like his humor. So when I saw that he was hosting the show, I was like, "Oh, that's a good choice." And then I think it's gonna be a great show. And that was another thing. When I saw Jill, I knew it was official. And then once I saw Daniel, I knew it was gonna be an official show. So and he was cool. You know what I mean? He slang jokes when we weren't rolling. You know what I mean? Talk to us every now and then, slang some jokes, and it was just a good time. I knew we had a good conductor. You know what I mean? I knew we had a good
Yes.
conductor. Yeah, yeah. So I
You
know
did.
once we
He's
got on this,
really
I just
go
once we got on
ahead.
this train, I just knew once we got on this train, our conductor was gonna be A1. You know what I mean? He was gonna get us to the stations on time. We were gonna take off on time. The train was gonna be rolling, and it was gonna be a good time. I knew that once I got on this train, like I said, we had a good conductor.
He really is very interactive compared to a host of other shows that I've seen. He is fully committed. The costumes, the jokes, the bits that are nods to. I think he jumped the fence. Uh, that had happened on Tasha's season of The Bachelorette, or was it The
Yeah,
Bachelor? It happened on one of the dating reality shows.
right.
So I love that he commits to it.
No, that was the best part
Ooh.
about it. Because we didn't know that was gonna happen. He just came out and we were like, "Oh, yo, this dude is, he's okay. It's gonna be one of these shows." He like
Uh-huh.
like you said, he fully committed. We had no idea it was gonna go down that way. We just thought he was gonna come out with suit and tie every day and just talk, maybe a t-shirt. But
Right.
no, he once he got into the costume, we were like, if he's committed, we have to be committed as well. So it was just easy to follow. That's why when we put on the costumes and outfits and everything, it was easy for us to do it because like he's doing it, so we can't say anything, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, you've certainly been through worse than having to wear some scrubs or some '70s gear.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, man, a lot worse. And that's part of the bit. It actually added to the bit.
It did. Yes, I
Yeah.
love it. I can't wait to see the rest of the show. I wish they released more than one episode at once, but we'll take what we can get. They're giving us little breadcrumbs here. We want the whole loaf.
Hold on.
Mm.
I think that's why they're doing it. I think they're taking they gave you
I
like
know.
the few episodes up front, then they're like slowly spoon feeding you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because everyone's used to the new streaming way or the new streaming
Yeah.
yeah, I guess way, where everyone puts all the episodes at once. That's kind of like the new streaming way of doing things is what I want to say. And so since they're not putting it all out at once, everyone's like, "What's going on? That's not the new way of doing things." It's kind of like the
Yeah, they
old
went
way.
back to the old cable days, like Love Is
Yeah,
Blind, The Circle, they'll do like 3 episodes at a time. That's what I thought we were getting with the GOAT, like 3 episodes here, 2 episodes there, but nope, we are back to the cable scheduled days.
yep,
We'll take what
yep.
we can get. It's okay. Who was your worst roommate, and were they from The Challenge, The Real World, or The GOAT? Messiest, hardest to live with,
I was funny. I was probably
or snorer, whatever.
probably me and Kaya had a messy room. And
Okay.
way back then, our room was messy. And I want to say it was probably Kaya a lot of the time, but yeah, our room was messy.
You guys were
um,
young then, you know?
yeah, yeah. Well, our room was messy, man. Like we weren't like dirty, but we had a messy room for sure. Me and Kaya. I've been lucky. I haven't had too many messy roommates or anything like that. Um, Steve snored. Steve snored
I could see
on
that.
Steve. Steve snored and he talked in his sleep. Yeah, we talked about
Oh
that
god.
yes. He snored and he talked in his sleep. So Steve, yeah, let me take that back. Steve was
Okay.
yeah. He was a snorer and a talker. Snorer and a talker. Yeah, that's a bad
Who's
combination.
snoring is worse, CJ's or Steve's?
Oh, definitely Steve's. Yeah, CJ's is
Okay.
it's like it's almost cute. You know what I mean? It's a cute like a puppy when a puppy barks at you as opposed to when let's say you got a terrier barking at you and then you have a Great Dane barking at you. Two different barks.
Sure.
Two different snores. Yeah.
I get it. Now, I want to go back a little bit into some of your other work. Now, I just saw yesterday, this is a few years old, but you did a song with LT, Nehemiah, and Melinda called Save the Palace. We actually had it playing before you came on before. How did that come to be?
Oh yeah, cool. So we did All Stars 2 together, and we had an alliance called the Save the Palace, the King's Palace. That
Hmm.
was our alliance, the King's Palace, and we came up with a saying which was "Save the Palace." Let me get that right. So whenever we went to an elimination or a challenge or whatever, if we could save someone from the King's Palace, that was our motto. We're going to save the palace. So if you're aligned with us, we did everything we could to save the palace. And then we were talking one day, and Nehemiah, I know it was LT, was like, "Yo, something. We need like a theme song." And I started singing the song, and I'm like, "Yo, this is kind of catchy." So we kept singing it around the house, and it kind of caught on around the house when we had the cameraman and the other alliances singing it out loud. I was like, "Yo, when we get off, we're gonna have to make this a song." So we got off. I called my man Fingers up, took him to the studio, and we just made it. And yeah, and people really vibed off of it. They actually put it in the show. Shout
Yeah.
out to Bina Murray. Yeah, thank you for putting it in the show. Um, yeah, so it was fun. It was just one of those ideas that it was one of those things that was fun to see the idea come to life from us just talking about it, being there in Mexico, in the room, in the window, talking about it, to seeing it come to life was like a cool thing.
Yeah, and you guys, I didn't know what to expect before listening and watching the behind the scenes video, but everybody's really good. Latarian can
Yeah,
rap, Melinda can sing.
yeah,
Like everybody did really great in their roles. It's a really good song. We'll add it to the show notes as well.
yeah. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we had fun. Yeah, I feel like Quincy Jones. I went in there. I had my Rob Temperton. I hope I said that right. But yeah, I just feel like, yeah, I knew we had something special when we had everybody else singing if that was in the house that wasn't in the alliance. So I just had to make sure, I went in there and did it. Yeah, so it
All
was fun.
right. Now, there's kind of challenge reality TV fame, and then there's this whole other industry fame level of actors, actresses, singers. You've worked with Forrest Whitaker, Ryan Reynolds, Regina King. I mean, so many people. I don't have time to name them all. Who have you learned the most from, and who was the most fun to shoot with?
Uh, what have I learned the most from? Well, actually, the probably the most fun to shoot with was probably when I did this movie a long time ago when I first got into it. It was called Turnaround. I think they changed the name with that, but it was Regina King because I played the character I got to play was like kind of wild and out there, and so I was young, and you know how you just young, you just kind of like so like
Yeah.
shooting with her was fun, on that same yeah, it was I was yeah, probably Regina King was the most fun to shoot with, I would
Okay.
say. Yeah, because I was just young and the character I was playing was just it was fun. It was a fun character. Yeah. And
Nice.
what was your other question you asked me?
And then
Oh, oh,
who
oh,
did you learn the most from?
okay. And then that's what I was right. So on the same shoot was Blair Underwood, and Blair was like actually like very accommodating to me. You know, he was like giving me pointers in the scene. It was like, yo, he was like actually like giving me notes, and he was like also like teaching me something at the same. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, this is Blair
Yeah.
Underwood. And he was like actually giving me notes and pointers and like in the scene, but it was like not in a condescending, demeaning way. You
Right.
know? So I would
Yeah.
just say that same shoot, I learned a lot in that same shoot because it was fun because I got to be myself. I got to like really actually, have a fun character. And then I got to work with Regina and Blair at the same time. And this is like way back, it was like 2000 something. So I want to say working, the most fun I probably had was working with Regina King. And then the person who taught me the most, not the most, but who taught me something was Blair Underwood in that same film.
Okay.
Like again, it's called
Those are
Turnaround. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look at your IMDb and I'll share the link for that one too. We've got, I mean, your bio is like 100 pages long of all the projects you've worked on, all the different roles you've had. It is it, it is crazy to see your journey, like even before the real world to now. It's just if there is a vertical that you could go into, like you have done it. You've done the writing, you've done the directing, the singing, like stand-up comedy. You're just all about it. It's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I got to give me a 10-year run now. Now I got to get like now I got to have to get something that sticks, because I played like I've done a lot of stuff now. I just need a 10-year run now. Now I needed my run. Before it's cool with now you just need like I just need like a run like like the Price is Right run or something like that. Get a show like that.
Mhm.
Family Feud. Like if I give me a run like Steve Harvey has on a Family Feud, then that's my next phase in life. You know what I mean? Host a show, get a run like that, do some movies, do some television. Then I can go buy my island and then, live the
Yes.
nice Aquarius life. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now that they have Deal or No Deal Island, I think Rob from Survivor hosts it. He's a part of it. I haven't watched the show yet, but kind of a resurrection of a game show with like a reality show twist. You should do something like that. Like you said, Price is Right, or I'm trying to think of other really good shows. I mean, Wayne Brady still hosts I think it's Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah.
They're all such similar names, but I would like to see that too.
Like, yeah. So you have to just speak it into existence. We have to just talk about it now. So we say we talk about it on your show, then all of a sudden, like I'll get a call because I keep saying the phone keeps ringing. We got to speak it all into existence. I'll get a call from like a month from now, and say, "Hey, come audition from this show. I'll go knock out the show. Be some new, wild, fantastic, crazy show that we had no idea was going to happen. I get my 10-year run. I'll have a few kids. I'll be 60 by the time they're, driving. But whatever. Hey, whatever it is, what it is."
Speaking of a run and having kids, I've got two more questions for you. One
Sure.
is that I looked you up on Rotten Tomatoes. You have quite a variety of scores, but I thought the most interesting thing I saw in there was you were described as libidinous and loudmouth in your Real World's debut. Do you think that still holds true today?
At the time I was. I mean, what was the first? What was the first word? What was the first word you said?
Libidinous. You got that libido. Come on, Teck.
Listen, I can't rewrite history. I can't rewrite history.
So fair to say that was accurate of Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean,
no comments.
No comment. So is that I hate. But these one thing that can't be wrong is someone's opinion. Only thing that can be wrong is a fact. So if that was that person's opinion, the Rotten Tomatoes opinion, then it has to be right. And it probably was right at the time because
Okay.
I was a cocky 24. Let's say this: I was a cocky 24-year-old. So
Yeah.
I would say that I would say that's me now. Definitely not now. I'm more laid back and more confident.
You were 24, enjoying reality TV fame. I mean, what more?
Yeah, who wouldn't be libidinous and loud?
I know. I don't even know if that's how you say it, to be honest, but that's just how I am reading it because I'm guessing.
Cool. I learned you learn something new every day. I think I learned a new word today.
There you go. Now, you had mentioned at the beginning of this interview that you were hoping to have some good one-liners and confessionals. So I'm going to give you a little opportunity because I know that you've done stand-up comedy. If you'll bear with us to do a mini roast. Now, you can choose a cast member, or if you'd like, I have one in mind that might be good to just, rag on a little bit.
I'm gonna decline. I'm no.
That's okay.
I don't want to start any beefs.
No beef.
No, I don't want to have a Drake and Kendrick Lamar moment right now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They not like us. They not like. No, I don't want to do anything like that. No, I'm good.
Okay. Fair enough. Then I actually have something for you. Pick a number between 1 and 54.
26.
What'd you say?
26.
26?
Yes.
Okay,
26.
sorry. For some reason, you got really quiet.
All right, so 26.
10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do this to close out every episode. I had picked up what I thought was tarot cards. They're kind of tarot cards. They're called spirit animal cards. And each one has a different animal on it. This one is yours, lucky number 26. And it has a statement about how it might apply to your life. Now, I'm going to read it to you. I'll send you a picture, and you let me know if you think this means anything at all or if it's just a bunch of BS. So your card is the Crow Transition. Of course, it's not good. There we go. And it says, which part of your life is or may be going through a transition? Maybe you're changing relationships, careers, or cities. Whatever it is, the Crow is signaling that you're ready to make a change. Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah, let's talk. Keep going. Yeah.
That's all there is there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, the Crow knows. Yeah. I'm antsy to make a change all the time. I mean, being normal is boring. So yeah, that's right up my alley.
I agree. I'll send you a picture of your card. And then for anybody who's not following you yet, I don't know why they wouldn't be, but where can we follow you on social and what do you have going on? What's your next project?
Teck Holmes, just any and everywhere, Teck Holmes. And just my comedy. I'll be doing comedy. I'm hitting the stage somewhere. So I'm back like I said, I was gone. I'm back, so I have to get back and hit these stages. I'll just be doing comedy because hopefully, we talked about this. Hopefully, Reza, myself, and CJ are going to be doing some dates somewhere, somehow soon.
Nice.
So yeah, now that I'm back, we can really get together and talk about it. So actually, I'm gonna hit him up this week and like, hey, are we gonna do this? So yeah, look for me, CJ, and Reza to do some shows, especially around the Los
That's
Angeles
so
area.
exciting.
Yeah.
Make sure you hit Phoenix because sometimes we get left out since we're so close to LA, but we're not close enough to make that a day trip.
Right. Well, we can. Well, yeah, Phoenix, Tucson, Tempe. We can hopefully hit a couple places. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Well, we'll share it when you have dates out. Thank you again, Teck, for coming on. And if anybody hasn't followed us yet, if you would like to follow us at the LovePod podcast, you can do it right there. Make sure you rate, review, subscribe, and do all of the things to support us and Teck. Thank you guys again. Thank you so much, Teck. This will be out in about 2 weeks, and I will send you all the links. We loved having you, and we love everybody for listening.
Thanks, Nina. I loved being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.